Hey guys, Stephanie here from Escape and Paint. I'm trying out my new layout. We swapped some cameras around for right now. We've got another one ordered. The one that we had ordered came in and it wasn't actually a webcam. It said it was in the description, but it wasn't actually, and we couldn't get it to connect. So we're moving on. We're not grumbling or complaining. I wanted to pop in here and test the camera and maybe show y'all some of the finds that I found at Dollar Tree and Walmart. So I found this one a couple of months ago, and it's 3D. Not 3D. I've cleaned the back of it off, but I'm thinking of doing like solid on one side and florals on the other. Maybe putting some words or something on there. I'm not real sure yet. But this one will hang on the wall if you want to. You could put another sawtooth on the back, or you could just set it in a stand. This one came with a stand. Yes, I'm a little obsessed with butterflies, but that's neither here nor there. And so I've got those two that came from the Dollar Tree. This one came from the Dollar Tree. It's just a little flower, and you could just make it however cutesy you wanted. Use stamps, put words, just about anything on it. This is the egg shaped one. Put your name, welcome, decorate it as a big Easter egg, whatever you want to do. And then, hang on one second. I got to get these all put up or they're going to be in my way. I found these. They were $4 at Walmart in the Easter crafting section. Zoe used to do tea parties all the time when she was little bitty. Like, she was still drinking out of a sippy cup, and we would have tea parties. And her friend, who was a couple years older than her, would drink out of a regular cup, and she would drink, but she'd have a teacup in front of her, and she'd drink and pretend to drink out of the cup, and then she'd get her sippy cup and guzzle their tea that she really was drinking. She would always do it with cold tea because she didn't really care for the hot tea that much, but it was hilarious. But so I got one for me and one for Zoe for us to paint, because we've always just wanted to do our own teacups. And then I moved this the other day at the store to get it out of the way, and then somehow I had to move it again, and it ended up in my hand. So I was paying for it and was unloading it from the sack, and I'm like, why is this here? I remember picking up and moving it and putting it on another rack and then moving it, but I don't guess I hung it back up when I moved it the second time. So I bought myself a turtle, a paint your own pet rock. They have them. So if your kid wants a pet, but you won't let them have a live pet, this is a low maintenance pet. Just saying. I was thinking about painting it tonight. But seriously, I could have my own pet. But this is my kind of pet. I don't like ones that I have to actually walk and take care of and do high maintenance stuff with, because I just don't have time for that. I just don't have time for that. So anyway, I found at Harbor Freight. We were looking for some totally different things. We were in there for some car stuff for Philip, and I found 3D puzzles for 99 cents. So I have a lion and an elephant and a sea turtle. And I bought these before I bought the other turtle on accident. They come with a little piece of sandpaper, and the instructions are in the back. And I bought me a peacock because, like, when I was a little girl, I knew a couple that raised peacocks, and I would get their feathers occasionally. And I had a bouquet of these feathers. And I don't know what happened to my bouquet of peacock feathers, but I loved them. And I just loved the feathers on the peacock. So I thought it would be fun to do this. And on the back of it has some really detailed instructions that lays out for you the number of the pieces on the two boards over here, and then it tells you some things to assemble in a certain order. So I think I am going to do the turtle tonight instead of the puzzle. I'm debating putting the puzzle together and then painting it. What would be easier? What do y'all think? To put the puzzle together and then paint it, or paint the pieces and then put the puzzle together? Y'all let me know in the comments, please, and thank you. I seriously need y'all to help me out here. Comment whether it would be easier to paint first or to do the puzzle first, because I like started on it last night trying to see how hard it was going to be to do, and they're actually pretty easy to put together. I don't want to put it together and then have to take it back apart to paint it because it's really hard to paint. So I'm trying to decide what to paint, which way to do it, which way to go. So, but then here were the puzzle pieces, the boards and they come out really smooth. I was really impressed. But here were some of the different feathers and pieces on him, and he's really pretty and pretty intricate actually. So I was just trying to decide, do I assemble him and then paint, or paint and then assemble? Then I've got some of these that I'm going to try and do some stamps out of. Maybe make some stamps out of them. I'm just not real sure. Like make some cuts and stuff with my X-Acto knife, or maybe try with my Cameo cutting on the foam a little bit and then giving myself an edge to trim. But I'm not real sure. I don't know that I want to tear those up. I might do something else with them and make a little craft with those. Multimedia, mixed media, something like that. So probably would be best. What color feet do they have? Are they yellow? I don't remember. Okay. Peacocks. Peacock is a male bird. Okay, he's got some pretty gorgeous colors in him. I got that. So let's see a whole body. Okay, Google or Bing or any of you would work. There we go. There's a close picture. Setup is 100% better. Yes, thank you. I think so too. What did you think of what I did with where my picture is, my face picture is? Does it need to go back up in the upper corner? I think maybe it does, doesn't it? Yeah, I think you lost your camera, baby, but we'll get you another one to replace it really quick. Oh, grab the wrong camera. Let me lock that in place. Don't want to move that. Let me grab my face and I'll lift it up there so that it's not here in front of stuff. Yeah, their feet are kind of a yellowy, fleshy tone. This is going to be fun. So, what's too small? My face picture is too small? Okay. Okay, let me turn that off. That's easy enough to turn off. Because that was the StreamYard thing. I can take it off. It won't kill me. Because I didn't want it to hide me there. Is that better? Is that better? I did a splatter of paint and I thought it was really cool, but I think right now this is kind of blocking some of that would block details depending on what I'm doing. We'll see. All right, so I'm taking it back apart what I've got here, and I'm going to get some flesh colors. I've got a little bit of yellow. Okay. I have, I may have to get my color shifts instead of the metallics. The color shifts may do this better. Let me get those. All right. Well, I had decided to do one thing and then decided to do another thing at the last second. So I think we're just going to play. Okay, I think that may work. All right, so, and I have been using some like coffee filters. The pieces laying there look like a weird fish. Well, they kind of are weird. Weird looking when they're not assembled here. So I've been using kind of coffee filters for my watercolor rag or wipe off. And I'm just going to grab those to set these on for now. And I'm going to grab me a brush. I'm not going to get a big one. I'm getting I think it's a 12 round. And I'm going to get my palette over here. This is yellow and flesh colored, kind of looking like regular flesh on there. So I'm getting some Craft Smart Coral. It looks kind of fleshy toned and makes me think of the color there with it. And I'll mix a little yellow in there. After I get going with it, because this part down here, and this was actually two different pieces, so I probably should have taken it apart, but I'm not stressing myself out over this. I'll just paint it together and make it where it stays really, really well. I didn't want to try and paint something that teeny tiny this time around. I think I'm going to get Zoe to do the lion because she loves lions. So I may let her do the lion. That was the whole reason I got the lion one. And I'll do one of the others when she's doing it. But I just thought these were kind of neat, the 3D puzzles. And for them to be $1. Thank you, darling. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it looked really neat to have that shape. I've got another one that I think might be a little less distracting, so I think I may be going to change it, but I don't know if I want to change it while I'm live. Now that might be something to do if we were on the other business page, showing people how, yeah, you can just add this and change that. And here, let me share my screen with you while I do that. All right. These guys are really, really bright in real life. So, got that there. Yeah, this is really kind of starting to distract me a lot. So, let me see. Y'all, I hope I don't distract y'all too bad. Let me browse. I think this is it. Let me open. Help me. Okay, let's hit close. It didn't do it. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go right here. And I'm going to crop it just a little bit. There we go. And I'll just do that for now. How's that? Is that a little better, guys? Not that I'm actually looking over there. Yeah, I know I'm going to have to figure out how to get that other one that had less sticking out into the workspace stuff going on with it. Because I had another one that I really, really liked that I was doing. Yes, Tammy, this is a different camera. Philip volunteered to let me have his, which does better focusing. And I've got it set up in here. So it's so much neater. And this is my little wooden puzzles that I got at, yeah, that place I got them at. Harbor Freight. I couldn't remember for a minute. And they were 99 cents. And I thought that was like really fun because a 3D puzzle for 99 cents is almost unheard of. But all right. So I think I'm going to put some mermaid tail or bluegrass. I'm trying to decide mermaid tail or bluegrass. Mermaid tail or bluegrass down first. Mermaid tail. Yeah. A little bit darker, and then I'm going to put some of the... Oh, that didn't get shook up. That's for sure. There's all that pigment-free fluff that makes paint smooth. I need to shake this up. This must not be my one that I've used before. All right. So you like the new layout, Timmy? I think it looks much better so far. Okay. And I think I'm just going to do it this darker shade and leave that alone on the part that's not really going to be overly visible. I don't know. I think I will go ahead and make it shimmery and color shifting. So I think what I'm going to do is put a base coat of this on here and let it dry. Well, the new one came in, but it turned out it wasn't going to be an actual webcam. So Philip decided that he would just see if his would work for what I do, the one he's got in the back office. And he's going to use my other one temporarily for our home-based essential lives. And then we're getting him another one ordered that's just like this one because it was really a good camera. And we bought this one when it was on sale. And he found a really good deal on another one just like it, also on sale. So he's going to get him another one of these. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. How do I pick that up without getting paint all over these guys? Let me see. There we go. But I appreciate Philip's sacrifice on my behalf. You can actually see what I'm doing now, so that helps a lot. And I've got it setting over here to the side just right, and it's angled across here so you can see a lot of it. And I think we're going to be able to, if I'll quit pulling things back, will be great. Got to look over here and see where I'm at in the camera more. Oh, there's some things that I don't care how many times you go live, you just got to keep telling yourself, check this, check that, check this, check that. Because you forget so easy. And you hold it and you pull it back to where it's comfortable to work. And then you're out of the camera view. Okay, so I've got that half done on this one. I'm going to let it dry that way. Oh, hang on, let me get the bottom of that real fast. And I'm going to grab one side of this one. Hit it with the paint. So, what's everybody doing tonight? I know it's Friday night, so you're probably getting ready for hang. Oh, well, it's kind of late in some places, so you may not be getting ready to go out and do things. I don't think I ever pulled supper out of the freezer for tomorrow, lunch for tomorrow out. I need to go do that. I have to go do that right after I get off here. I've been trying to be really good and help with that and do take care of that. Most anybody that knows this knows that Philip does most of our cooking because he just enjoyed it for so long, and with the fire working at the fire station, everything, it was just fun for him, his version of relaxing. And it just got to be such a chore for me because nobody would eat my stuff. Heading to bed, saw you live, saying hello, replay tomorrow, rest now. Good night, Tammy. Sweet dreams. Thank you for watching for a little while. All right. Well, I just wanted to share those quick, easy deals that I found. If you're looking for a fun little craft with the kiddos, there's some Easter egg wooden signs. There's some flower wooden signs. There are some butterflies. They had unicorn heads and something else at the Dollar Tree, at our Dollar Tree. And then they had some little kits, like the little ceramic one, at the front of the store. And some of them were little wood projects that you paint. So those are always fun. I'm all about just trying to explore and enjoy time with the kids where you can and relaxing. Don't make it it's got to be perfect kind of project, because if you make it, it's got to be perfect and everything's got to be just so, everybody gets frustrated, everybody walks away, and people don't like art time or family time or whatever it is because nothing works. Everything's too stressful. So we don't want this to be a stressful thing. I just wanted something fun that I could paint, maybe sit on the shelf, have in my studio to remind me of fun, relaxing paintings and fun things to do. So, now I think you're supposed to poke these holes out on the feathers. But I'm not sure if I want to do that or if I want to try to put some gold or something else on it. So I'm going to get the neck and head pieces that are next. And I'm going to work on covering them. You know, I might should have got a piece of aluminum foil to lay these on instead of the tissue paper. So I'm going to lay it right here and just kind of paint the one side so I won't have it stick. You know what? We're just going to hold it with that side. Because I'm probably going to need to go over these with our color shift color, but I wanted it to have some color layered in there so that it wasn't just a flat green either. These again came from Harbor Freight. They had cars. They had a Hummer and a Jeep, and I think they had one of those like a front end loader type thing, a big machinery type thing. I don't know that it was actually a front end loader, but it was a bigger vehicle like that. And I thought for a little boy, needing something to do on some of these snow and rainy days, that might be something fun. I think this one is dry mostly, so I'm going to use it to hold this side of this one. And I'm just trying to get all these ends and pieces where it will be visible, and you don't think about where it's going to be visible when it's all put together. Some pieces aren't as visible as others, and it's not such a big deal, like between the, like where they're going to slide onto each other. But I'm kind of wanting it to just make sure it's an extra snug fit. I want to make sure those pieces that are down these sides going to be seen front and center and stuff, that they're going to get real coated really well. All right, so I'm going to take the Aqua Flash because I think it's going to be the most like what I'm wanting. And I've got an Emerald Flash that I might do with some of it. Hang on. Yeah, the Emerald Flash is going to go, okay, on this part. I'm going to put Emerald Flash. But for right now, I'm doing this blue part, and I don't know. I may do the metallic blue on that because that's not the Aqua Flash. Not really. I'm not doing it as blue as I thought I was. Okay. But it's okay. Okay. Let me find the blue metallic. Okay. I have Extreme Sheen Metallic Sapphire by DecoArt that I'm going to use. I'm going to kind of go over these with it because I wanted it to have that green color kind of underneath some of the blue because it's iridescent, and I wanted to add to that iridescent look without giving it too much shimmer. I'm covering the green up with the blue, but in the light in person, it's not like all blue. It's blue with that greenish tint. Let's see. It's not a pure blue. It's got that green undertones in there where I did it with the green, and I think it looks really good. I think that's exactly what I was wanting. So I will carry on with that. Okay. All right, I kind of like that. I think when you hold it here, you can kind of see there's layers in the shimmer in it, and it's got the metallic shimmer to it. But there's some lighter parts and a slightly darker looking, and it kind of makes it look iridescent instead of just plain uh, mermaid green or just plain metallic blue. And I think it is exactly what a peacock's feather close up in the light is going to be like. I am going to do either the emerald color flash. Hey, Anna, how are you? I went on. When I came on at first, I told everybody about some of my Dollar Tree finds at my local Dollar Tree. Just some little things that I've got found, some little signs and door hanger type things that you could do with little kid kind of crafts. Make something together and do something fun. And then I went to Walmart and found some ceramic teacups. And Zoe used to love to have tea parties. And now she would drink cold tea and not hot tea at her tea parties, but they would put iced sweet tea in the teapot and pour it out into their teacups and sit and visit while they were having tea parties. And she would get her brothers in on it too sometimes. But usually, if she got the boys in it, it was one of those, Mom, I want to invite the boys to a tea party. In other words, we need cookies. We need something to entice the boys. So it was usually one of those kind of things when the boys would participate. So she was often asking the boys to join her for tea parties when she was very little. So I found us some little teacups for about $4, little ceramic teacups that we could paint. And I was talking about how you should make it fun and relaxing when you're doing it. And then we were at Harbor Freight. That's the name of it, Harbor Freight. And Philip was looking at some stuff for working on the cars. He's working on something for Clint's car and he's needing something. So he was over there investigating something. And I'm just walking around looking at different things. And I found they have 3D puzzles for 99 cents. And there were some vehicles. There was a Jeep. And I think there was a Hummer. Almost certain it was a Hummer. And then I think there might have been a construction vehicle of some sort. And then they had the animals. So I'm doing a peacock. If I can get him without making a big mess. I'm doing my peacock tonight, or working on part of it. I don't know that I'm going to finish it because I'm just getting started good. And I've already been going for like 30 minutes. But then I've got a lion for Zoe. And then an elephant. And then a sea turtle. He was really cute. I don't know why I've just had a thing for turtles lately. And I bought that. And then I was laughing and saying whenever I was looking for that second teacup when I went to Walmart for Zoe, I had to move the pet rock turtle. And so I moved it twice. And the second time, I accidentally held on to it. Yes, Zoe had tea parties with Tori way back when. And they were so sweet and little. Yes, they very much so were. Yes, you will, Brave Alive. It's worth it. It's worth it. You tell me when and I'll be there and I'll chit chat with you the whole way through. Or we can do one together. It'll be great. It'll be great. Okay, so I'm going to grab this piece and I'm going to put over my mermaid green or blue or metallic blue. I did them a mermaid green from Deco Art, but I'm going over it with the metallic blue to give it that iridescent look. I have some folk art color shifts for other parts of it, mostly because I don't have a dark green metallic, but I love the color shifts. They're usually just perfect. for these kind of projects, but sometimes I just don't have the shade I want when I need it, so I have to improvise. And I decided I would do kind of the metallic-y over the green, and it would give that iridescent. And unfortunately, I don't care what camera I use, it's just not going to show. Well, you can see that the green is over here, but it looks light and kind of in the right light, it kind of shimmers through that. So it looks really neat as far as the metallic over the green and it looking iridescent. So I'm going to catch this edge over here. I think I'm just going to finish these pieces up tonight, and then I'll start on the rest tomorrow or another day. Okay, where'd my peacock picture go? Because I was, yeah, that's what I thought. He's pretty blue. Okay, and I'll probably need to paint his other side. That other green, I forgot to get that other side before I moved forward on this side. So I'm going to let that one dry on that side. And I'm going to go back and do the mermaid tail on this side of this one before I do the blue and mess it all up on both sides. And I did not worry about or fret over whether I rinse my brush out, y'all, because I'm kind of blending them together. It's good. It'll be good. All right. Now I will come back and hit this beak with a lighter color. Some of that coral, Craft Smart coral. Now see, and I say it's the Craft Smart one because I've got some Deco Art coral here, and it's not the same shade. There's a serious difference in them. Personal opinion. Like, massive difference. One's much lighter, one's much more orange in it, has much more orange in it, and one is much lighter. So depending on what you're going for, so I'm going to set that down there, let that work on those getting dry. That's pretty good. I've got to hit the back of this one. I happen to have most of it done, but not quite all of it. I'm going to put out just a touch. And I keep pulling this out of the screen, I bet. Oh, no. I grabbed the wrong one. And it hasn't been shaken well enough, so I globbed out some of the pigmenty stuff. The stuff they add the pigment to. It's kind of like... Okay, so... That's the wrong one. I don't even want to use that right now. I want this one. And I don't need that much more tonight because I'm fixing to head to bed. I know it's late where Anna is and where Tammy was before she went to bed, because she already said she's going to bed. Okay. Trying to clean some of the paint mess off of this. I do not want it getting in my palette and streaking things up real bad. There's a big chunk right there. All right. So I've got to finish this side of this one. I'm going to hit it with the metallic blue. And I think I'm done for the night. Guess I'm old. Love anything peacocks. You know, when I was a little girl, we went to church with a couple. And we worshiped with a couple. And he was the song leader. And she was from overseas. He'd met her when he was overseas. And Miss June was just the sweetest thing. But they raised peacocks. They raised the peahens and peacocks. And I had a bouquet, for lack of a better way of putting it. There was about 6 or 7 feathers that had a bow around them or a ribbon around them or something that were given to me when I was pretty young, and I always loved them. I just loved the iridescence. And I'm hoping that this will have that iridescence with it being the green over the blue over the green there, over the teal. And that's not actually teal, that is mermaid tail, just so we know. It's a dark green or a darker teal, personal opinion, in color, but thought it would give it a good background color for this. And I have some color shifts like the Emerald Flash one that I think would be really good on the solid green parts that go right at the base of his body there. Y'all cannot see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I keep moving it too far to the side. Y'all got to just remind me to move it back over here where y'all can see. So if I think about it tomorrow afternoon, I'll do the rest of this. Otherwise, I'll be on Monday to finish this up. So I think I'm going to probably have a really hard time leaving it alone until Monday. I really do. Oop. So I got just a teeny bit more of this one. I'm going to do this side. Like I said, you can kind of see where it's green right now, or the mermaid tail. And metallics just don't pick up in the cameras very well. Like the iridescence of them don't. Good night, friend. Love you too. We'll talk probably tomorrow sometime. Maybe Monday. But I've got to go finish my journal for today. And I'll probably post this as the picture of my art for today. We were kind of running around all day. Oh, and I forgot to mention my butterflies that I found at Dollar Tree. I found these. This one has a stand, and this one has this one had a hanger right here, but it was offside, so I removed it, and we'll fix it. But all right, so let me find my mouse so I can say goodnight. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing y'all probably tomorrow afternoon. We have afternoon service, so it'll probably be after 3 sometime. And I'll talk to y'all later. Good night.